into mid-June. And Jackie, I know we've been talking about pollen because it's the season now, you know, spring, and people have been suffering. So it is nice to see that, you know, it's going away. But those in Virginia, boy.
I know. I'm not looking forward to the grass pollen because personally I think that affects me the most. This tree pollen, not too bad for me, but I know others, like you had mentioned, Shanika, others are suffering right now. We're talking about oak, ash, and sycamore. Those are the top allergens right now. Today, tomorrow, and Thursday, looking quite extreme in terms of the pollen count. It does lower on Friday. We do have a bit more of the rain chances out there for, say, Friday afternoon and evening. So that should lower that pollen count just a little bit. Let's talk about satellite and radar, though, out there this morning. Still tracking the dry conditions. That high pressure that was overhead yesterday is now off the coast. We'll eventually see more of that wind picking up out of the south through the day today ahead of that cold front that's back out towards the Midwest. That cold front will be bringing us some chances of some isolated thunderstorms later on tonight. Now that severe outlook is enhanced across parts of Ohio, southern Indiana, northern Kentucky, and even over into westernmost parts of Pennsylvania. Now closer to home, we're talking about western Maryland, parts of the eastern panhandle, and even into north central Maryland. That's a marginal risk for any severe chances. That'll be later on tonight after sunset. So make sure that you are staying weather aware as that cold front dives in. So that'll be closer towards 9 or even 10 p.m. tonight. We could see some of those stronger storms. But out there right now, starting off dry, really nice sunrise out there right now. So get outside, take a picture of it if you can, because it's really pretty. Upper 50s out there right now in D.C. and a mild start too. Upper 50s in Hagerstown, right around 50 in Frederick. Lower 50s Fredericksburg, already at 60 in Lexington Park. And we're seeing those lower 50s out towards Winchester, Woodstock too. A noticeable difference from yesterday morning over towards Woodstock and Luray, at least a 20-degree difference. In D.C., we're about 5 to 10 degrees warmer and at least 10 degrees warmer in Frederick. Now that wind starting to pick up out of the south between 3 to 10 miles per hour, and these numbers will continue to rise into the afternoon. Some of those wind gusts, though, could be close to 30 miles per hour. Planning out the rest of your Tuesday, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions by the latter half of the morning, and also by the middle of the afternoon, 3 p.m. temperatures warming up. Low to mid 80s expected for those highs today, and could even see mid to upper 80s though along and west of the I-81 corridor. But those are the areas where we could be dealing with some of the stronger storms later on tonight. So let's talk about it. By noon today, partly cloudy conditions, temperatures warming up. Then it's later this evening, closer to or after sunset, that we're going to be watching some of those stronger storms continue to work their way closer towards our area. Just knocking on our doorstep, at least out towards western Maryland by 8 p.m. And again, that's out ahead of that cold front. So we could see some clusters of those thunderstorms. The main impacts with any of these stronger thunderstorms will be the damaging wind gust. Could also be dealing with frequent lightning as well and those heavy downpours. But notice as it marches its way farther south and east, those showers and storms do break apart. So it's likely that D.C. could round out with nothing in terms of rainfall with this system. So it really depends on how much it does break apart as it moves its way farther south and east. Now this warm front that is draped just down towards our south will continue to lift its way closer towards our area as we look at towards Thursday. I would say later in the day Thursday could be tracking even some more rain chances, and then also we're looking at some scattered showers and storms out ahead of that cold front as we look ahead towards Friday. And then behind that cold front we turn cooler, but out ahead of it it's going to be a warm one to round out the week, although we're going to be tracking those scattered thunderstorms on Friday. High temperatures that day, upper 80s. We're back into the 70s though for the weekend. Still could be tracking some lingering showers, at least for the first half of the day Saturday. Then we dry things out for the rest of the weekend. Lower 70s Sunday, middle 70s to start off that next work week though.
All right, thank you, Jackie.